Hi again everyone. In case you missed our first video, we went through how to choose a Forex broker and we went with the Forex broker XE Markets. You should really go through that first video if you haven't seen it. Look at the little things that I looked at to determine which broker to go with and how to download the MetaTrader 4 platform, which is what I'm going to go into right now. So before you open the MetaTrader 4 platform, we need to download a couple of, well, one in particular, expert advisors or indicators. Now the one I always use is an indicator called the spread indicator, and you can find it by going to Google, typing in spread.mq4. Now .mq4 is the MetaTrader 4 advisor tag or extension, I should say, and just this second result from Codebase, open that up. There'll be a little link at the top, say spread indicator.mq4. Essentially what it does is this little bit here on the screen where it's got spread 20 points, it puts that on your MetaTrader 4 screen. I'll go into why that's important when we actually get the application, but you save the file. Okay. Now, if you watched the previous video, you'll know to take note of where you installed your MetaTrader 4 software. We installed ours in C program files XE Markets MT4. What we then have to do is go to Experts, Indicators, and just copy the spread indicator.mq4 file we just downloaded into this folder. So just paste it in there. There we go. Once we've done that, we can close that. We don't need this anymore. We'll leave that. And we'll need to go back to our email account where they told us what our login and our password was. So we open up the MetaTrader 4 software, which is opened on my other screen. And in here we have to put in our login username and password. So we grab that from over here, and I'll just grab my login, paste there, my password, copy there, paste there, make sure it's on the demo, which it defaults to, save the account information so you don't have to remember that crazy stupid password, and log in. Now you can't see this, but I'll bring it over. This is what you'll start with, something that looks probably really foreign to you, and you've got a whole heap of weird incoming mails and all sorts of noises whirling around. And from here, what I'm going to do is close down, and you probably hear this little boing. If you didn't, it's just this little fella here connecting to one of the servers. It's got to download a lot of data because we haven't used this software before. That can take 30 seconds to a minute. Don't stress too much. We'll end up setting up some software first. So just close this. We'll close the USD JPY. We'll close this one here, and the Euro USD. We like that one, so we'll leave that open. And I'll also grab the Aussie USD. So to add a currency to this window, we go over to this Market Watch little area. We hold down the currency pair that we want to trade and drag it onto this grey screen here, and it will open it up, and you'll have the two different currencies now to trade with. If you remember just before, we got the spread indicator.mq4 file. We want to add that to our trading currency platform here. So we go into this the custom indicators, and we grab spread indicator and we just drag it on the top. In here we can change all the different little things about it, but I'm just going to leave it at default because I don't know, I'm happy with the red color. So now I'm just going to take you through making this look a bit prettier, and then I'll take you through a few of the little bits and pieces that you can do with the platform. So I'll just zoom in. You can zoom in by pressing the plus button on your keyboard. I just use the one over near the num lock. And you'll see at the moment it's currently set on bar chart. I personally hate the bar chart, and I always use candlesticks. So up the top here, I click the candlesticks. You can see it changes how it looks. Get the little sort of extra white bits in there. Again, I hate these colors. So I'm just going to take you through quickly setting some preferences on how it all looks and feels. So to do that, you right click and you go Properties. You can set a couple of default color schemes. So I like the black on the white, green on black, which is what it currently is, yellow on black. You can apply that if you like it. I personally don't really like that. I've got my own colors I like to use. Why did I do that? Anyway, so in here, I normally like to turn on the ask line keep it a candlestick. I do a chart shift. I do not show the grid. And then I go back here and I change some of the colors. Now, I like the big green bars is up because I know green is good. So bull means up and bear means down. So my bull I like to be solid green, not like slightly green color in the middle. And my bear, which is going down, I like to be like a reddy purpley color. I don't know. We'll go with magenta at the moment, and we'll put the middle as black. I think that's what I like to do normally. We go okay. Yeah, that looks much nicer for me anyway. So now we've set that. You'll notice it's only for that one screen, and this one over here is still the same as what it was before. So to fix that, so it doesn't happen all the time and it isn't annoying, so go properties. So we go template, save template. We'll just call this demo template for now. Go okay. And then when you go back over here, you can right click on a different currency pair, template, and just choose your demo template, and then it goes to look like what the other one is. So that way you can set it to be however you want it to look. Now we're going to keep looking at the Aussie USD, even though the spreads are quite gigantic at the moment. So if you want to change the way it looks and feels, you notice just then I held down over here and moved it up and down. That can just make it fill out the screen a bit easier. It's completely up to you if you want to do that or not. So the next thing I'm going to show you is up here. See, you've got M1, M5, M15, M30, H1, H4, D1, W1, and MN. That's the different time frames. Like it's monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hourly, 1 hourly, 30 minutes, 15, 5, and 1. Some people trade at 1 minute, which is really fast. I wouldn't recommend it. Other people trade at like 5 minutes. I tend to look at the 5 minutes to get an idea of where it's about to move. And then 15, 30, and 1 hour is where I normally play, because I like to leave it for... I like to leave a trade open for anywhere between 3 hours to a day, depending on which way it's moving. But yeah, you'll pick up your own ways of trading. I just don't like scalping, which is what people do normally in the 1 minute, where you buy in and then sell out really quickly. So I don't rabbit on for too much longer. We might actually just set up a few more of these indicators I use. So one of the ones I really enjoy is the Expert Advisors. Where is it? I gotta find it. Indicators. There we go. Is the MACD. That one there is a little ripper. I'll just leave that as is for now. We'll drag that down. And the stochastics, which is there, hovering over it. With the stochastics, I like setting the minimum at 20 and the maximum at 80. It just gives me a good idea of sort of how overbought or oversold something is. That isn't quite what I wanted it to do, actually. Let me just have a look at that, edit it. I don't know. Sorry, we want to leave that at 0 and 100. Sorry, guys. And over here in the levels, we just want to make sure that's set to 20 and 80. Some brokers, when you download it, won't have that, and you've got to add them manually. But this one does. So we just go close. And there we go. That's what it should look like. So as it goes up, there's been a lot of buying. As it goes down, it's doing a lot of selling. When it sort of hits below that line, it should go up again shortly, and when it's above that line, it should go down again fairly shortly. It's not an exact science, but generally speaking, that's how your stochastics tend to work, and it changes as you go through the different time frames. So if you remember, we put that spread in. I'm just going to teach you what a spread is, and then we'll probably cancel this video and we'll go to the next one where you can get an idea of how to do some trading. Now the spread is the difference between this red line and this grey line. So you get a better idea. I'll just double click on this one over here and you get this little screen. Essentially, if you want to buy a currency, you have to buy at that blue line, and if you want to sell, you have to sell at the red line. The bit in the middle is what's known as the spread or the gap. For you to make money, let's say you're buying this Aussie dollar against the US dollar. So you think the Aussie dollar is going to get stronger against the US, and judging by this gigantic candlestick we've just had earlier in the day, it's probably a good bet that someone else wants to buy it as well. Now, I'm not necessarily saying it's going to continue going up from here. In fact, it looks like it's probably just starting to head down again. But let's just say for the sake of it, you think it is going to go up. That would mean this red line here would have to pass 1.03760 before you made a profit. So you buy that number, that line has to go over the top of that number before you can sell out and make a profit. Anyway, in the next video, we'll go through that and hopefully we'll make some money, fake money, in the demo account. Okay, thank you, and I'll see you again shortly. Bye.